come in?
We can.
In theory, we should be able to do the comments coming in.
We've tried looking at the comments a couple of times before. It seems to be kind of hit or miss for us.
Well, I'm hoping to be hit.
Me too. All right.
Oh man, our producer's going for the vodka.
Yep. It's early too.
Yeah.
Just trying to get her.
I understand. All right. So we are just
I mean, we
coming
could
up.
probably go to the Facebook thing here. Is that you?
We are just, I don't know. We are just, that's me.
It's you.
Yep. We're just coming up on our live, getting ready to start at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Thank you very much. And we are going to be starting. Oh, we're just going to hang out here for a minute. It's just now 7. So hopefully we'll be able to.
Where do we see the live part?
Yeah, I don't know. On my page?
Well, I'm on your page.
No?
I feel like I am. This is
It's
Bessie
not.
L.
Oh, that's my page.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Look, live.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
Okay.
All right. So that's us going live. Awesome. Very good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here we are. And it is 7 o'clock, so we are going to get started. Good evening. Welcome to the Cocktail of the Month with the Mad Farmer and Miss Mercy.
And thank you for indulging that. Normally it would have been on Easter, which
Yeah.
it seemed like it would have been a bit of a stretch.
We decided not to do that.
Right. So,
But we're with you this week, and we're excited to be here. And
I'm excited to be
and-
anywhere, really.
yeah, I know you are. Bless your heart.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad
Power-
you're.
powering
I'm
through,
glad
powering
you're
through.
with me. So
All right.
it's
So
good.
powering through.
So this is our April cocktail of the month, and April is when the Mad Farmer and I got married. So we decided that we would be doing a cocktail of the month with an emphasis on our anniversary. So we decided to do something. We kind of have been using the book that I got from my cousin for my birthday, Drinking with the Saints. And so this drink is going to be from that book this month. And I think it's going to be a fun one. But also, the Mad Farmer and I's anniversary is coming up this Saturday, the 30th. And it will be 11 years since he and I
Now, this could be misconstrued
said I will.
with the cocktail that we're doing. She's checking. Our producer is giving us a word.
Seeing that people are commenting.
Nope.
I'm hearing that you're not going live, that you're not being found live.
Uh-oh.
What-
Oh, wait. Mom said,
Some-
Mom's giving us something. Gail, it looks like Gail says hi.
Oh, okay. It
So-
looked like a fish or something. I have no idea.
Okay, so at least, so hide it now.
Well, hide it.
There we go. Technology. So we've got, it looks like we've got a few people watching. We're good? Okay. All right.
We have our producer, Aaron, who's not currently on screen, but is helpful as,
Paying attention to all those.
everybody should have an executive producer, especially when as helpful as she is, because quite honestly, I forgot how we did this without her.
Super familiar with tech, and that's been really great. And we're really glad she's with us. So this month, end of the month, the 30th is our anniversary. And so we thought that we would have a little fun with that. So we have a fun cocktail for you tonight, but we also thought, we've talked about before the fact that we met on eHarmony.
Did we? Oh, yes, we did. Cool.
We did. We were an eHarmony success
Now, in no
story.
way is this an endorsement of that particular product because they have not paid us. If they care to cut us a check, we will consider endorsing them.
What he said. That's true. However, we did, for our trouble and the fact that we were a success story, have the opportunity to get something that was.
Well, actually, we had the opportunity to be on one of their commercials, but we were not chosen.
We were not chosen.
We applied.
Did we?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I applied for us.
The things you
She's
find
kind of
out.
an introvert, but I thought it'd be fun to be like on the eHarmony commercial. Plus, I figured we'd probably get like a free 2-day vacation
Second
out of it.
decade of clarification right here.
Right.
Mhm, still finding out things. But we did have the opportunity to get a picnic basket or
And in
a
hindsight, we probably should have chose that
blanket
one. It seemed more
or-
classic. We were trying to avoid
Yeah,
that.
I know, but we decided to get matching hats.
Well, they both have the logo, or we went with different colors so we could differentiate who's wearing what hat.
There you go. So there's our
And our
eHarmony
plan
hat.
was that we were going to wear these at the grocery store, and then it turns out that we didn't really shop together, and nobody cares.
Yeah, so we've only worn them like half a dozen times together out in public.
But I have not turned it into a yard hat yet. So that shows my love for my wife and this hat.
And I have not turned mine into a yard hat either. So I suppose that shows my love for my husband.
We'll go with that.
Well, speaking of love for my husband, when I met him on eHarmony, one of the things that we decided to do was have guided communication. And so you answer some questions. And when I decided I really wanted to talk to him, it was because of his answer to a question that was, how do you spend your leisure time? And I said, knitting, running, training, doing all the things that I do, reading. And his answer was thinking up snappy answers to silly love questions, which I loved. And so I thought, this is a guy I got to talk to.
I turns out I am not an ordinary dude.
And so the rest is history.
But one note, you may wonder why I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Well, love Hawaiian shirts, but shout out to my mother-in-law, who's like one of the most awesome mother-in-laws I've ever had. And for the record, I've had several, so she's top of the list.
Way to go.
But she's like, you should be comfortable during your wedding, so you should wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Yep.
And so this is actually from a place called Vintage Hawaiian Shirt Shop in Hawaii. And I actually got these as groom's gifts. And so we actually wore this. They all matched. And your brother was a large dude. So I got him like a 4X.
Mm-hmm.
It cost a little extras for shipping, but it was fine. But yeah, the groomsmen were able to wear comfortable clothes. It was very, very kind and nice, and didn't involve tuxedo rentals or returns or anything. So, and they all got to keep the shirt. So it's like we're win-win all the way over. So
all the way
Gail,
around.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
And this now brings us to our cocktail of the month. And our cocktail of the month is called the Dragon Slayer. And
that is no reflection on my mother-in-law.
So part of the reason I chose it is because the Mad Farmer slays my dragons, and I really appreciate that about him. And I figured since it was our anniversary month, that would be a good time to point that out, that I think he's pretty cool and that I love that he does that for me. And big and small dragons. Sometimes those dragons are in the form of
I enjoyed it because
spider.
I'm an original gamer, as you may or may not know, and Dungeons and Dragons is in the title.
It is in the title.
So I know quite a bit about dragons because of the study of mythology and gaming.
Tell us a little bit about what you know about dragons.
They're large. They have big pointy teeth.
Really?
Yeah.
What color's their blood?
It kind of depends. There are multiple different kinds of dragons. You have your Chinese dragons. You have you have mythology dragons like in Lord of the Rings. You have fire dragons. You have ice dragons. There's quite a few different kinds. So I would imagine that the blood color depends on the type of dragon it is.
Okay, that's fair.
So I would figure like a fire dragon is probably red, but I would guess an ice dragon is probably blue.
Okay. We're going to go with it because we can't be proven otherwise.
No. Actually, to the best of my knowledge, only the Chinese actually have dragon bones.
Okay.
And I haven't actually tested any in a lab. So
Okay.
Well,
our cocktail of the month is called the Dragon Slayer. It's actually for St. George. And St. George was alive from 275 to 303. And he received a crown of martyrdom after being beheaded after several unsuccessful attempts.
Is that with the pokey things on it?
What now?
Crown of martyrdom, is that like got thorns?
I don't know.
Okay, because
They did not
if it does, I don't want one.
They did not specify.
Okay.
So after several unsuccessful attempts to execute him, they attempted to poison him, but he made the sign of the cross over the drink and he remained unharmed.
So he's Rasputin.
And in the West, possibly, he's one of the 14 holy helpers involved for the protection of domestic animals. And in the East, he is called the Great Martyr. So he is also the patron saint of many countries and cities. But my favorite part, and I think the most interesting part, is that he rescued a princess named Alexandra because she had the unfortunate luck of being chosen as a dragon's meal. And so after making the sign of the cross, he fought the dragon, pinned it with his lance, led it to the city, and told the townfolk he would kill it if they had converted to Christianity, which they all did. We think that the dragon got a bad rap.
And I'm not really sure that from my perusal of the good book that bribing people into converting is probably the best way to go, really.
We also discussed that.
Oh, okay.
I do, however, believe there are dragons in Job.
It's possible.
So,
Or at least big lizards.
yes. So tonight we're going to make this drink for you, the Dragon Slayer. I'm really excited about it. It's got some fun ingredients in it.
Some of which we couldn't actually get.
It calls for blueberry schnapps, but we couldn't find blueberry schnapps, so we're using a blueberry liqueur instead. And then it's also got, I feel as though we might be able to put this up on the screen for them.
Possibly.
So there are ingredients, and we're going to go ahead and put them in here. We've got...
Now, the last two ingredients, the grenadine and 7-Up, do not come into play until after it's already been shaken and stirred.
Yep. So we're going to use a ½ ounce of vodka, which...
We prefer Tito's,
we're
but
using Tito's.
you know, you can go
Thank you.
lower brand if you care to.
And a
It's
½
up to
an
you.
ounce of coconut rum.
Turns out that when I was perusing this, I'm fond of Parrot Bay, but it turned out they're actually made by Sazerac, which makes
Parrot
one of our
Bay.
favorite whiskeys. So
And then the blueberry schnapps.
in this case, we're
Using something by De Kuyper called blueberry liqueur, actually. So we've got that. Oh, and that's 3/4 of an ounce of that.
Mm,
So we'll do that. That's a little bit more on it.
it's very blue.
It is very blue. We're not taste testing any of these tonight.
Until the moment of truth. So you will
And
get
then-
our live and untested.
Just as always.
And this is the blue Curacao.
1/4 of an ounce of blue curacao.
She's so much better at that because she's watched all the videos on the pronunciation issues.
1 ounce of pineapple juice. And air. And let's see. We got these little aired on the side of saving them, and so it doesn't spoil in a big jar.
And they have no added sugar or anything like that. So it's actually, I don't think it's animal tested or anything like that. So I think we're okay with it.
1 ounce of orange juice. So now we're going to take all those ingredients. We've already got some ice in the shaker, and we're going to give it 40 shakes.
Here's the
because
exciting part because
40 shakes.
40.
13, 14, 15,
Oh,
16,
I
17,
forgot.
18, 19, 20, 21, 7, 8, 9, 40. All right. So then you
And one
strain
to grow on.
then you strain it into a glass. We are straining it into, it called for a sour glass. We're kind of going with a highball glass. So we're going to, ooh, look at that. It's a bluish color. That's kind of fun.
It is. Now, one thing that we have discovered, we may have mentioned on the show before, but sometimes people are like, well, how do you know when to strain something versus when to shake something? Or
Top
stir
it
it?
with a little bit of 7 I
7-Up.
still haven't quite got the angle right there. 7-Up, 7-Up, 7-Up. Also very tiny bottles of those. And then just a splash of grenadine.
Now, where did that grenadine come from?
Our executive producer got it for us.
Wow. And it what is it called?
It's called Bar Smith, and
Bar
it
Smith.
doesn't have any high fructose corn syrup, and it's non-GMO.
So, we're pretty
So
happy
there
about
it
that.
is. And I made one earlier so that we would both be able to taste test it. So with that,
All right.
we're going to give it a go.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that.
It's kind of got a fun tropical taste with
It's
the
a
pineapple
little,
and
it's,
orange juice.
it's a little bit sweeter than I would have thought,
Mm-hmm.
but it, light, refreshing, very much a spring summer drink.
Who would have thought that slaying a dragon would be a good summer activity?
Well, probably everybody was getting eaten by them.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hmm. Wow, that is a win.
It is a definite win.
We may have to try it if we can find blueberry schnapps at some point. I might have to order them somewhere. We might try that and see if there's any actual.
See if it makes a difference.
Because I'm wondering if the blueberry liqueur just makes it that little bit sweeter.
Oh, that's possible.
I mean, I think it's still lovely,
Mm-hmm.
and the pineapple really offsets that.
Yes.
Taste.
Yes.
So it is very refreshing. It is something I think I could see us serving it at possibly a soiree,
Possibly.
if I knew what that word meant. It's like
Yeah, it's got a
people
nice
hang out,
flavor.
right?
I think that's a win. I like it.
Yeah,
It's got
it is so far above a bumbo that you can't. It's not really the same playing
they
field.
really, really aren't
I
even the same.
I know people are like, why do you keep coming back to the bumbo? Because it's so
It was
horrible.
so bad.
It's just so
It was
horrible
so bad.
that I just use it as a bar, which all other things are judged. Well, that and the what's the Kentucky Derby one?
The mint julep.
Mint julep. That was hideous.
Also
and
terrible.
also old fashioned
It
wasn't
was
that good.
not good.
Yeah, but the Lady Songbird, Sazerac. Some of the stuff we've done lately has been really quite tasty.
Mhm.
But Mad Farmer, sadly, is probably developing a fondness for rye.
So I'm going to say that that's probably pretty tasty. We'll have that available eventually. Someday we'll get these things up on the website. It's been kind of slow going lately. So, but don't count us out. We've got some ideas for it.
And just in case you care, because I like to do product endorsements and cross endorsing, the Mad Farmer is going to be at the Living Free in Tennessee 2022 Spring Workshop coming up next week.
Yes, you will.
This week with Nicole Sauce at the Living Free in Tennessee website. It's tickets are sold out, so you can't go this year, but you could go next year, and they teach things like processing and solar power and all kinds of homesteading type skills. And it's a really great group of people, and I'm really excited to be going there, and also excited just to be off. It's been a long year so far. I mean, how is it April?
I know. We don't know. We don't know
So
where that came
we
from.
appreciate all of our viewers. We really, if you want to come follow us, come to tslhomestead.com. We promise we're going to get better about getting it updated. It's just been a weird year. Weather. I mean, right now today it was like 75 degrees, but yesterday it was like 50. And we had hail yesterday.
Yep, and rain. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a good
hail,
day.
rain.
Good
I think
day.
that there's like the 7 signs of the apocalypse, and I think we're looking for frogs, right?
Possibly.
Plagues.
I'm sure the locusts will be here shortly.
I wouldn't surprise me a bit. So here's hoping that you don't have any plagues in your life or locusts or anything like that.
So the Dragon Slayer next month is May, and I don't remember what we picked for May, but we do have for sure something planned. And as always, it'll be a little bit of ridiculousness because, well,
It's just us. But if you have things that you want us to try or would like us to research something, please let us know. You can email us at madfarmer or missmercy@tslhomestead.com. You can leave comments on our video channels here on Facebook or on YouTube.
yes.
And you can also leave comments on our website at tslhomestead.com. So
We may throw in another medieval drink at some point because on Friday night I went to a Shakespeare party and it was so much fun. One of the drinks was from the 16th century, and it was just a hoot because Shakespeare's birthday was yesterday. So I think
he's going to be at least 23, right?
possibly. So I think that probably
It's a lot.
wraps it. I think 400 and something. So I think that we're going to call this one a win. We hope that you had a happy Easter, and we will say, as we always do, drink responsibly and get into the spirit of things. He can't remember that,
No,
but that is what
and
we
usually I
say.
have it as a banner. I just forgot. Apparently, I really enjoyed this one too much.
So do we have any questions or comments? It looks like maybe we've got a comment over there. It's not. It's pronounced curacao, smarty pants.
Victor, you can go on YouTube. There are actually multiple YouTube videos teaching you how to pronounce it correctly. And so while we appreciate your feedback on that, I've been
know how
informed
it's
by multiple
pronounced.
people that it's not it, because that's how I say it.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.